Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this channel. I'm grateful to see you. Thank you for coming. I apologize for my voice. I'm still under the weather, the cold, but it can't stop what we're doing. According to prophets, nobody can stop reggae. So I'm back just to share a bit as a follow-up on the videos about my teenage experience with that Reverend Christopher. Since I shared that, guys, my ears are bursting. They are full. I just do not even know where to begin. But hopefully, we will have sessions where this will be most things I've heard will be shared. Some of them are actual accounts that are currently going on, not with that man, but with in other shrines, with other pulpit bandits, because those people are not of God. They go by the title pastors, apostle, prophets. Prophets is the most annoying one because they feel like they are next to God. So they use those titles and offices to intimidate, manipulate, cajole, force, and make people do things that they would not ordinarily have done. I got a bit of more information on that so-called Chris. I'm still grateful to God that he spared me and my siblings from that vampire. Apparently, that man continued to engage in sexual activities with not just teenagers, but he did it with married women as well. He did it with so many that he would no longer got invited to that church we attended. And I also heard that he got caught in his own church and was suspended. I hope that he wasn't just suspended, that he never was reinstated. You see, when people come and say, oh, do not judge, do not talk about these criminals in the name of God, how do they explain when the church finds out the shenanigans of these vampires and they get them excommunicated? Isn't that judging? That's judging them. We could have just left them. Don't say it. Let them carry on destroying the lives of the young people in the church. Honestly, I am glad when I heard that. I was glad when I heard that. And I just hope that he repented and stopped living that wayward life. One thing I heard was that he also associated with other men in the church who committed the exact same immoral acts against women. One of the eyewitness accounts said that he was there. He saw him somewhere with other men drinking and having conversations, and there was a young girl. There were other girls in there, but the one of them sat on his lap, on this Chris's lap. Imagine that. What business has a pastor with a wife now he has a girl sitting on his lap? How does anyone confirm that he would not go to sleep with that girl after that? When they had been in public, he could make her sit on his lap in presence of another church member. For goodness sake, this thing, it's a syndicate. Men committed these things with impunity. But I thank God for this generation where people are beginning to wake up. The awareness is being created and the nonsense is coming to an end. It's a shame that there are folks who would jump out to attack those who are pointing out these secret sins of their slave masters. You attack them, you defend them, but you do not know them. You have no idea the atrocities that they commit. Sexual abuse was very rampant in those days, before we were born. it will continue. The only difference between them at that time when I was growing up was the fact that there was a high, extremely high level of cover up. People went to great lengths to cover those things up. As the parents were really too ashamed to talk about it, or some of them were too spiritual and respectful towards the criminal that was destroying lives. They were too embarrassed to share the evil deeds. I heard too much. I really do not even know where to go with these things because people are coming to share either their own experiences or those of family members or friends that they know. This is an epidemic. We need to stand up and speak about them. Don't hide, don't keep quiet. If you are a victim of any of these wolves who have come in sheep clothing as pastors, evangelists, ministers, prophets, apostles, prophetess, bishop, archbishop, they have grand titles, but they are the worst of the worst. Do not keep quiet. Speak up, my dear. Speak up. You do not know who you would be saving. It may not have happened to you when you have children. It's so sad that it's some of these depraved individuals, the same people who engage in these sort of acts, that will be the loudest in defending the perverts who are preying on innocent children, girls, women in various shrines. I know it happens in the society, but for it to be happening in the place that they call churches, where people are meant to be safe, where people are supposed to come and find comfort and be protected, that's where they are preyed upon. People pounce on them and use them, abuse, misuse them. Only eternity will reveal what many pulpit bandits did, are doing, and will do to women, girls, children. They destroy lives, one victim at a time. They carry on. They will carry on as long as the victims decide to be on their side by not sharing their stories. When you keep quiet, you're an accomplice in the crime. It happened to you. You're ashamed. Share your story to save the next victim. That is my plea here. Do not keep quiet. Pardon me for my voice sounding this way. I'm just under the weather. I have a bit of cold. Sorry. But we need to save the children. We need to address these things. The time has long gone when people are thinking about, oh, what will they say? The word will speak. Women get impregnated, girls get impregnated. Dear comfort has passed on now, leaving a child. God alone knows who looks after and who will take care of that child. Impregnated by Jerry Liar. But they have denied. They're doing all kinds of things to cover it up. Unfortunately, she lost her life having the baby. How many more? How many more do you want to happen before you speak up if you're one of the victims? Speak up. God will hold you responsible for every life that gets molested, destroyed because you've kept mute. Their blood will be on your hands. It's time to speak up. Yes, you will face all kinds of attacks. People will not believe you. People would abandon you. They will not want to associate with you, but you would have saved the lives that are coming along. Do what is needful. We need to stop this this evil going on. The church is supposed to be a safe place. It needs to be sanitized. God is cleaning it up. I do not know how I came into this, but I believe God is cleaning up the church because He's coming back for a church that is without spot, wrinkles, or blemishes. He will sanitize the church. People will fall away, but there'll be a revival where people would surrender and turn to God. I reach out to all the victims Anyone who has been in any way, shape, or form been a victim is still a victim. Speak out, reach out to people. Do not suffer in silence. It is wrong. These people are authority over you. They're manipulative. They use their power, their position, their authority, their wealth to orchestrate this evil. Do not let them continue. It is wrong. It is wrong. I know the world is dancing towards the tone of polishing and making all kinds of sins okay. That so much that the gross, disgusting sin of pedophilia, they're now calling it young attracted adults instead of young, idiotic, wayward, animalistic morons. Why would anybody desire a child if you are not sick in your brain? I will never be part of the crew who normalize sin, who give it a new name and a new title that will be attractive just to make the criminal feel good. No way. It doesn't matter the title. Sin is sin. And all sinners will perish in the lake of fire. Sin can never stand before God. He is a righteous God. They have been trying to erase the name God from the world. They have been trying all sorts. The name of Jesus offends the world now. Yes. But when they produce, make productions and present Satan, the devil, in various ways and forms, the world would applaud. It's funny, it's a joke. The joke will be on you guys, world, when Jesus returns. When you find yourself with the devil in the lake of fire, where you have been cleverly outsmarted and deceived to join him in eternal damnation. I thank God for helping me, giving me the grace to do this. By his grace, with breath in my lungs and my health intact, I will continue to speak. The devil is a liar. The world, the victims, the future victims will be saved. The current victims will be saved. God bless all of us.